Zapdos TCG is back into full swing, so prepare for a lot of epicness.
Okay. TCG Zapdos, he does a very good job as well. Very helpful for newer and experienced players alike, so check him out. And TCG Zapdos, great shows with episodes and great editing, and if you like the Pokemon trading card game, check out their videos.
Roar into the sky, follow me step by step as I try to gather the community backwards, still alive. Flying types will show me the way, the sky's the limit, no time to wait. Another review from the point of view, a lot of experience, didn't you knew? Everything comes to an end, like me not making videos. When did I ever mention I laughed? Couldn't do it, feeling it in my chest. The game's not done, nationals coming up, I won't run. Anyways, that aside, happy to be back. Shake it off, Executor, it's a fact. I love the game so much, I recorded another track episode like that. Set up, Shaymin, the Mega Rayquaza attacks and slays. Damn, yeah, can't wait to test these new decks. Hold your hands up, folks, the saga continues. I'll definitely check what we can expect next. Alright, that's it. We're back on track. New videos coming on a weekly basis again. Let's use Dragon Ascent on the like button. Let's do this. What's up YouTube, it's Zapdos TCG here and I'm back with another video. Wow, that does feel good to say. Yeah, it's been a while, it's been 2 months actually since my last video because I had some personal matters to attend to and I didn't have the time to make videos, so hopefully you guys aren't mad at me. I actually reviewed the Double Crisis set and the Japanese counterpart, so actually I haven't missed anything except for a lot of battle videos. Actually, I'm going to work on that as soon as I'm back on track. I'm actually having a list of videos that I want to make in this month actually. So May is May the 4th be with you. It's actually not the 4th, but it's the 6th. And now we're exploring Roaring Skies. So fly with me on this journey in the Epic review. So talking about Roaring Skies, I already gave it like a little hint in the mini-zode, but Roaring Skies is all about colorless Pokemon, or actually flying type Pokemon. As in the past we had Flash Fire with the fire Pokemon, Phantom Forces with the psychic Pokemon, Furious Fist with the fighting Pokemon, and so on and so on. So Roaring Skies is all about flying Pokemon. So what we can expect is here we see 2 promo cards. I reviewed those before, so go check those out on my channel. I definitely have reviewed those 2 before, but they are at the Blister Pack. We have the Regirock with the Omega Barrier, I believe, and then we have the ability of Pangoro that raises its HP. Yeah, that's right. So you can get those Blister Packs at your local Target, Walmart, whatever, local card shop. Just go get them if you're a fan of collecting those special cards. Okay, and for the type of people that collect the Elite Trainer boxes, there's also one available for this set. It comes with 8 booster packs, of course, and then the good stuff, the sleeves, the energies, the dice, whatever, it's all good. The Roaring Skies Elite box looks really epic, and I wouldn't mind getting myself one of those just for the sleeves because Mega Rayquaza looks epic. Alright, hopefully you guys are stoked with this new episode. If you are, definitely click that like button and show me some support in the comment section because there's a lot of more videos coming up soon and we're almost at episode 100. So yeah, just something to throw that out there. Here are the art packs for actually the art of the packs. We have Deoxys, Mega Rayquaza, Mega Latios, and Mega Galate. So those look pretty sick. The set is officially out everywhere, so go get yourself one of these packs because there's some epic stuff like Zapdos, for example, is part of the team deck. We have 2 team decks, the Articuno team deck and the Zapdos team deck. So if you're a fan of team decks, or if you're just getting into the game and don't know what to expect or how it works, go get yourself a team deck. Everything is as explained there. Also the TCG Online program works really well with that issue. Alright, there's also the 1-pack blisters, which come also with a promo card. We have the Helio Silk with a coin. I don't know why they always pick the Chespin coins, but that aside, we also have a Meowstic promo, and that's about it. Okay, we start things off with, in the set, I want to review Taylor Swift. No, I'm just kidding, it's just Executor, but he's slapping around his Spearows and he's shaking it off with his attack Shake Off. It deals 20 damage times the number of colorless Pokemon your opponent has in play. So if your opponent plays a colorless type deck, like a flying deck, like let's say Mega Rayquaza, because that's going to be OP, probably with the new Stadium card I reviewed in the mini-zode. So it deals, yeah, 20 damage times the number of colorless Pokemon. So if you say we can only have 5 Pokemon in our bench, well, that can be added up with the Stadium card, so we can have like a total of, yeah, a lot of damage actually. Executor can slap. Okay, next is Beautify, with his ability Miraculous Scales. It prevents all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon EX. So it's basically like Safeguard. Yeah, so it's on this Beautify, and it has 0 retreat cost. Also, you should know is that certain Pokemon can evolve quicker thanks to the Delta Plus, or actually the Delta Evolution, but this Dustos doesn't evolve that quickly. It has the Delta Plus, which is even better. Remember Lugia EX with its ability that can take an extra prize card. Well, it's just that. Delta Plus means if you knock out a Pokemon with this Pokemon with Delta Plus, you can take an extra prize card. But yeah, just saying that this Tox can snipe your opponents for 50 damage, so be careful of this one. Although it's a stage 2, so I don't think people will use it. But then again, there are also other Pokemon with Delta Plus. Here we have a Ninjask, so we're a lot of bug type Pokemon, a lot of flying going around here. We have Wing Buzz. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, you may discard a card from your hand, and if you do, discard the top card of your opponent's deck. So if you want to like disrupt your opponent's deck, maybe try out Ninjask. It could be kind of like a fun deck, but potential there isn't a lot for this card because yeah, it's weak. Yeah, it only has 70 HP, and the good thing about it is it has free retreat. So next is Shaymin, or whatever you want to call him. It only has 30 HP, just like in the games. It has 1 HP. This one is particularly interesting. It has Curse Rain. For a single grass energy, you can put 1 damage counters on each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. And then you switch around this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon, so it's safe. Yeah, it could be really interesting to see that a lot of sniping going on. Let's say with the new Stadium card, there are 8 bench Pokemon, then there's a lot of damage on the field. Maybe with Sinister Hand, there's some shenanigans going on. But then again, we also have the Hopeless Scream, 50 damage times the number of damage counters on this Pokemon. So let's say you can yeah, have a Pokemon that hits you, like you only have 1 HP, like 10 HP remaining, then you deal 100 damage for a single energy. Not bad. No weakness, no resistance. It's just one of those shenanigans Pokemon. Okay, next is Articuno. This is a great support Pokemon in a water deck, since you can search your deck up to 3 water energy cards, reveal them and put them into your hand. This is great with Blastoise' ability, Deluge, which you can attach multiple water energies your next turn, so maybe you can test it out. Next, we also have an Articuno Ancient Trait. We had the Delta Plus ability. I talked about it before. If this Articuno smacks one of your opponent's Pokemon and it is knocked out, you can take an extra prize card. So pretty interesting there. It needs 3 energies to attack, 20 damage. Plus you can flip 3 coins for each head, 40 more damage. So it has the potential to deal yeah, a bunch of damage to get those extra prize cards. Next is Zapdos. Yeah, here we go. This is one of the cards I want to collect, since I collect all Zapdos cards. It deals 20 damage for a single energy. It's mediocre like that, but Raging Thunder deals 120 damage for only 3 energy. So remember Bolt Strike from Zekrom. Yeah, that's also 120 damage with the recall damage of 40. Well, the recall damage also goes with this attack, but to one of your bench Pokemon of your choice. So you can actually manipulate the damage by a Pokemon that doesn't receive the bench damage. So yeah, Raging Thunder, 120 damage. Not bad at all. Next is Thundurus EX, the first EX of the set. I'm gonna review it. It has the attack Headlock, 30 damage plus flip a coin if hits. This attack deals 30 more damage, so actually 60 damage, and if tails, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. So everything's great. You do more damage or your opponent's active Pokemon is paralyzed. So yeah, lightning Pokemon, maybe they're coming back. We also have Voltage Rush, 150 damage, and it deals 50 damage to itself, which is actually quite terrible. Just imagine yourself, your Thundurus deals 50 damage to itself. It only has 120 damage, or actually HP remaining. It can be knocked out really fast, and they take 2 prize cards. So I'm not too sure about this card, but maybe we can manipulate something with the, we have a card called the Trick Coin, or if you attach it to the Thundurus, maybe you can make it so it's always paralyzed or something like that, maybe with Sinister Hand again, then your opponent is locked, or yeah, it could be working in your favor, but then again there's Switch, which is also a secret rare in this card, so look out for that. So Thundurus EX, maybe you can try it out just for fun. Next is Natu, another one of those ancient traits. This one has the Delta Plus as well. Maybe with Dimension Valley, you can attack really fast. It deals 10 damage times the amount of energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So could stack up and getting some 2 prize cards with only a Natu. Maybe you can splash it into a deck that already uses Dimension Valley. Next we have a Banette. This is actually quite interesting. Each Pokemon tool card in play has no effect, so you can negate all the tool cards in play thanks to this Pokemon. We also have a Pokemon that negates all the abilities like Garbodor, but this one negates all the tool cards, so that's interesting. Next is another Banette that has the Delta Evolution. I haven't talked about this before. This one can evolve on the first turn, or on the turn you play your Shuppet down. So basically, if you play your Pokemon down, you can evolve straight away thanks to Delta Evolution. And this one is interesting because it has Evolution Jammer, which makes it so you can block your opponent from evolving their Pokemon. So this can be quite disruptive in the early phases of the game where they want to get out their Slurpuffs or anything else for that matter. Also with Dimension Valley, you can attack with his Curse Deeply on his actually second turn. Like let's say you start second, you can get out your Banette right away and start putting damage because you can put 5 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon. So yeah. Another mediocre card, not too sure about it, but still worth mentioning. Next is Deoxys, one of the mascots of the set. It's on the cover of one of the booster packs and it has Close Encounter. If you go first, you can use this attack and draw 2 cards. So we have a support Pokemon, which you can use if you can start the game. You cannot attack otherwise, but with this attack you can attack, which is setting up drawing 2 cards. Amazing. It also has Overdrive Smash, deals 30 damage, and if the Pokemon's Overdrive Smash is used next turn, it deals 90 damage. So that is, yeah, 2-hit knockouts in my opinion. So, but then again, you have to use Overdrive Smash 30 damage first. Although a lot of people are playing Exeggutor, not the Shake It Off one, but the other one, that Blockade with blocking supporters. It deals 30 damage, which is enough to knock out Exeggcute. Just a fun fact out there. Next is Gallade. This is also a mediocre Pokemon because it deals 3 Psychic Energies, so Dimension Valley doesn't work, only for its first attack, Swift Launch, which only deals 30 damage, which is not really great. You can also switch his or her or your opponent's active Pokemon with one of his bench Pokemon, but that's not really impressive for a Pokemon EX. Also weak to Psychic, Mewtwo EX is still around, X-Ball, bang, it's out of there. Also Piercing prices 50 damage plus 20 more for each of your remaining prize cards. Just count, you have like, you start the game, you have 6 prize cards remaining, 6 times 20, you can do the math, 120 damage plus 50 is only 170 damage. It's, for 3 energies is decent, but I wouldn't set them up, only, but then again we have the Turbo trainer card, which I'll explain in a second, so everything I said can be become better with that trainer card. I'll explain in a second. So we also have Mega Gallade. This one works with Dimension Valley because yeah, that way it only needs 2 energies, 110 damage, and it deals 30 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. So remember the Shedinja, yeah, this one could be kind of disruptive with that. Also Sinister Hand with Mega Gallade can also work out, 30 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Then you manipulate all the damage and bang, you have a lot of prize cards right there. Just saying a little strategy out there. Next is Absol. I really like this card. It has potential to be used in decks. Only 1 retreat cost, and when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may move 3 damage counters from one of your opponent's Pokemon to another one of his Pokemon. So 3 damage counters from one of your opponent's Pokemon could be really actually amazing to get your last prize cards. Let's say you only need like 10 damage on one of your opponent's EXs on the bench and they retreat and you're like, oh no, I don't have any Catcher or Lysandre in my hand. Then Absol is the way to go. You can spread around damage and boom, there you have your answer. Next is Jirachi. I also like this card. It has Diminutive Desire. Look at the top 7 cards. From your deck, put 1 card you find there into your hand and shuffle all cards back into your deck. That's not the attack you want to use. Doom Desire is really great. If you have the right deck for it, of course. Discard all energy attached to this Pokemon. So you have to discard your energy. No, not anything that bad since it's only a basic regular Pokemon. And let's say you're facing a Mega like EX with a lot of HP. Let's say Wailord. Not that people use Wailord, but or maybe yeah. Let's just say your opponent. You're staring at a Mega Rayquaza. And you're like, oh, I don't really matter. You use Doom Desire, and if you use that attack, the defending Pokemon is knocked out at the end of your opponent's next turn. Well, you can say I'm just gonna retreat or something like that, or you switch. But then we have maybe an ideal solution. We can use Dragel from the Flash Fire set. It was also the Flash Fire promo. That aside, in combination with Hypnotoxic Laser, with that, your opponent is poisoned, and then they also cannot retreat unless they have switch. So yeah, could be putting your opponent in a tough situation with Doom Desire. Another fun deck to try out. Next is Togekiss. This one has a powerful slap for each energy attached to this Pokemon. Flip a coin, if heads, deals 50 damage times the number of heads. Yeah, another mediocre card, but then again, it's a Fairy type with a lot of dragons going on. Fairy might be doing a bit better than expected. Next is Delta Evolution. Talked about it before, you can evolve your Togekiss in 1 shot. If you evolve to Togekiss, you can evolve straight away to Togekiss. Or actually, you can also use the rare candy on your Togepi to put things really and in a tough situation you can evolve straight away. Use the ability Serene Grace. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may look at the top 8 cards from your deck. Choose any basic energy cards you find there and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. Sounds familiar? Yeah, the Energy Might from Electrode Prime also used the same ability, got his own deck and worked really well. So a lot of energies in a deck in combination with the Delta Evolution Togekiss might work out in certain situations. Next is Carbink, also for his ability as mentioned here, Dual Armor. As long as this Pokemon is on your bench, prevents all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks. This is great because it also blocks your own attacks. Let's say the Raging Thunder from Zapdos doesn't, if you attack on your Carbink, it doesn't really matter since it won't receive damage. It's like a damage receiver Pokemon. Next is Dragonite, the regular one, Max Wind ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may heal all damage from one of your Pokemon. That is amazing. It's too bad that it's a stage 2 though. Next is the Delta Plus Dragonite. This one has potential to one-hit KO certain Pokemon. Where it has a heavy impact, it does need 5 energies, which is a lot. Although it has Wrapped in Wind, attach up to 2 basic energy cards from your hand to this Pokemon. 5 energies is a lot to lose if your Dragonite is knocked out. Although you can get 2 prize cards or maybe 3 prize cards if you knock out an EX with heavy impact, so with the Muscle Band combination. Or maybe Silver Bangle if you're facing an EX, why not use Silver Bangle? That way you can deal 180 damage and maybe knock out an EX and get 3 prize cards. So Dragonite, we have a lot of cards to test out, to be honest. Next is Song of Echoes with Altaria. This attack, shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw a number of cards equal to the number of bench Pokemon. Both yours and your opponents. Let's say we have the new Stadium card, we have a lot of Pokemon on your bench, you can draw a lot of cards. Same goes with Colress, but yeah, this way is just an Altaria, just mentioning it. Now Shelgon, Exoskeleton, remember Donphan Prime, which was way better than this Exoskeleton. This only reduces damage by 10. Yeah, Shelgon, but it evolves into the powerful Salamence. It has 3 attacks, just like the powerful Pokemon in the past, like we had Tyranitar in the past with 3 attacks and stuff. It looks pretty fancy, and it can actually do a lot of things actually. It can discard a Stadium card and play and deal 60 damage with only 1 energy, so look out for Salamence because discarding Stadiums will be huge. Stadium Wars are going to happen no matter what, since there's also a new one in this set. Also Power Hull, this attack deals 20 damage times the number of cards in your opponent's hand, so could also deal up to a lot of damage. And that Steam Blast 170 damage for 4 energies. You have to discard 3 of them, but it is worth it to knock out maybe an EX. The thing I don't like about Salamence though is his 4 retreat cost. That's terrible. Next is Latios EX. This one can attack on the first turn with its fast rate. It deals 40 damage with that attack, only 1 energy. So dunking is still a possibility with Latios EX back in actually in the format. It also has Light Pulse, 110 damage for 4 energies, which is a lot, but prevents all effects of your opponent's attacks except for damage. So paralyzation, poison, everything of that sort is negated thanks to Light Pulse. It Mega evolves to Mega Latios EX, 220 HP, not too shabby, and it deals Sonic Ace, 3 energies, and discard 2 energies attached to your Mega Latios EX, but then you can snipe for 120 damage. It also has 0 retreat cost. This can be working out in your favor, just switching around to the Pokemon you like. And 120 damage, just think about it. You can snipe basically anything. If your Pokemon or if your opponent sets up like a Bronzong and playing the Metal deck, bang, it's gone. So stuff like that can happen with Mega Latios EX. Also, there is an item card or actually a tool card available that makes you like negate the don't apply weakness and resistance for bench Pokemon, which makes it so this Dragon type, if you're weak to Dragon, 240 damage sniping abilities. And I do think Rayquaza is weak to Dragon or Fairy. I have to see, we'll see that later. It's weak to Fairy. So I was wrong. Maybe Latios is not particularly special, but then we have Rayquaza. This is actually like the Rayquaza you don't want to use. It can attack for a DCE, but then again, it only deals 130 damage. And then we have Mega Rayquaza EX. This one has the Delta Wild, haven't explained that before. Any damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Grass, Fire, Water, and Lightning Pokemon is reduced by 20. So it's basically Exoskeleton for 20 damage for those types. So that's great. It deals 300 damage for 5 energies. You have to discard 2 energies, but that's a bit overkill. I don't think that there's anything with 300 damage. It would have been better, like, let's say it was 250 damage for 4 energies, but 300 damage, you will destroy anything in your path. That's the way they made this card. And yeah, Mega Rayquaza, this one is the one that has the resistance and stuff. The other one is the one that's really fast, which I'm gonna talk about later. So I prefer the other one, but this one is, wow. Maybe with Ambor if it's still around, but no, this one needs too many energies. Oh, or too much energies. And here we have Heydragon EX. This one has Dragon Rose. If there is any stadium card in play, the retreat cost of each of your dragon Pokemon is 2 less. So let's say you have the stadium card out, 2 energies less to retreat is always nice for your dragon Pokemon, especially that, let's say, what was it again? Salamence with 4 retreat costs. Really, are you kidding me? That's way too much, but then again, with a Heydragon on the bench, it could turn in your favor with that. It only deals 80 damage, which is not a lot, but for 3 energies, another mediocre card. Actually, the set is all about Shaymin EX and Mega Rayquaza EX, the other one I'm gonna review. Here we also have a Reshiram. This one has the ability Turbo Blaze to attach a fire energy from your hand to one of your dragon Pokemon, but therefore your Reshiram has to be active, so you can actually build up your own Reshiram with that. It deals 110 damage. And also we also have the double dragon energy, which counts as the double rainbow energy for that matter. You can only attach it to dragon Pokemon, but I'll explain that in a minute. So this one could be useful with that. Okay, here we have Zekrom. This one can attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to himself, so it also builds up himself. It just they go hand in hand. Reshiram, Zekrom always have been. Next is the Delta Plus Swallow. This one can also take an extra prize card. Let's say you have your Swallow out, you use Wing Attack or Peck, and poof, you can actually take an extra prize card. That's amazing. Altaria Delta Evolution can evolve on the first turn, and each of your cardless Pokemon has no weakness. So it's actually like clearing your weakness with the ability Clear Humming. Next is Rayquaza EX. This one deals actually 10 damage with this intensifying burr, but if your opponent's active Pokemon is in EX, you deal 60 damage. So also you can deal 100 damage and discard the top 3 cards of your deck. So this is actually the better Rayquaza in my opinion, can attack faster. And also this is the Mega Rayquaza you want to use in your deck, because this one will be amazingly fast. You can evolve it on your first turn, and Emerald Break deals 30 damage. It only has 1 retreat cost and deals 30 damage times the number of your bench Pokemon. Now with the new Stadium card you can have up to 8 bench Pokemon. 8 times 30 is a lot of damage. That's 240 and can knock out everything. And maybe with let's say you don't even if you have like the Spirit Link card, you can use Tool Retriever, get a Muscle Band and do even more damage. It's ridiculous. Then we have Shaymin EX. This one is here for its setup ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. Wow, that is basically like Yuxi, but then 1 card less. Yeah, this can be used multiple times. Let's say you have the new Stadium card out, Shayman, a couple of those. This one will be really useful to draw out your entire deck and do crazy shenanigans. Also has the Sky Return. You can return back into your hand and you can start the process all over again. Next we have Unpheasant. The Delta Evolution here can evolve pretty fast. And the thing here is I can use Feather Dance on this turn. Let's say it deals 80 more damage after that, and a Sky Attack can deal 200 damage. But you have to flip a coin, so you want to play Trick Coin with that card, or maybe Victini, Fliptini. It also has free retreat cost, 140 HP. Maybe trying it out. Also, the trainer cards and stuff, we have all the Spirit Link cards. I'm only going to show one, since the rest you can look up. We have Rayquaza, Latios, and everything else. Now here we have the item tool card, a Healing Scarf. This could be quite useful if you attach a lot of energies. Whenever you attach an energy card from your hand to the Pokemon that this card is attached to, you heal 20 damage. So it's sort of like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it could be useful, but then again, healing 20 damage is always nice, and you can... I think like going aggressively with Muscle Band is better, but if you have like a defensive type of Pokemon, maybe with some Auroruses and a Seismitoad and stuff, maybe we can use this, who knows. Although Seismitoad doesn't need a lot of energies, but then again with Max Potion and going all over again, I don't know. Here we go, we have Mega Turbo, one of the best cards in the format, I believe, because you can, remember Dark Patch being OP as it was? Well, with Mega Turbo you can attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your Mega Evolved Pokemon, which means all the Pokemon, like I mentioned before, are easier to set up. Let's say the Mega Rayquaza can be set up on your second turn and poof, destroying everything in your opponent's path. With the right cards, of course, but with the setup of Shaymin EX, that won't be any problem. Then we also have the Sniper, or the Latios, which can... just think about all the cards, the Mega Pokemon that you say, I don't know. Well, those can be reconsidered thanks to Mega Turbo, because things are going way faster. Next is Revive, back in the set, so get your old school binders and search for your Revive. They're back playable because they have the same name, the exact same stuff. So Black and White, or if you have a Revive, go check it out. It could be useful. You can put a basic Pokemon from your discard pile onto your bench. And here, the best card of the set, Skyfield. Each player can have 8 Pokemon on his or her bench. I explained about it in the mini-zone. This is really powerful. Think about colorless for 16 cards, wow, or maybe a Raichu using a lot of, with his DCE, a lot of damage with that attack. A lot of stuff is actually, it opens new doors to new decks with 8 Pokemon on your bench. So when this card leaves, you can either player discards a bench Pokemon until you only have 5 remaining. So you can discard those that you don't want to use anymore, or maybe discard those with a lot of damage counters. So I like Skyfield a lot. Then we have Steven back in the format. Go back into the old days where you have Steven. It's also playable again. It searches your deck for a supporter card and a basic energy. So yeah, it makes your think about your next move, sort of like that. Trainer's Mail, always great to have a support like support type of card into an item card, since yeah, Blockade of Executor is around. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal a trainer card you find there. So you cannot get another Trainer's Mail, otherwise it cycles through your entire deck like that. But you can just get something you want. Maybe if you're playing a stage 2, a Rare Candy or a Muscle Band or anything goes for that matter. Great card all around, Training is Braille. And then we have Wally. This is great. I think in the old school days there also a Wally card. Search your deck for a card that evolves for one of your Pokemon, excluding EXs of course, because that's Mega Evolving, that's not regular Evolving. And put that onto that Pokemon. This counts as Evolving, and you can do this on your first turn. So the thing I'm thinking about is a lot of doors that can open with this Wally card on the first turn Evolving. Let's say you have a Phantom and you start the game. You use Wally, bang, you have Trevenant on your first turn, item blocking from the start, and your opponent is like, wow, I cannot do anything anymore while you set up and overpower them. So Wally could be interesting. It's not really an amazing card, but it could be useful in certain situations. Next is Wildlands. I talked about this with the Mega Latios, and negates the effect of don't apply weakness and resistance for bench Pokemon. So if you attach it, then you can apply weakness and resistance, which is great. Next is Winona, or whatever you want to call her. Search your deck for up to 3 colorless Pokemon, reveal them and put them into your hand. So it's basically like Pokemon Collector from the Herb Gold Soul Silver set, but then only for colorless Pokemon. I think this will be used a lot to get out 2 Shaymans and maybe another Pokemon to set up. Like get out your Rayquaza or maybe Mega Rayquaza and then get out your Shaymans. It doesn't state that you cannot get out your EXs, so search your deck for 3 colorless Pokemon that goes. This will be used in the Rayquaza deck for sure. Next is the double dragon energy. Think about dragons that aren't useful or haven't been useful before. Maybe like the Hexorus. I believe there was a Hexorus that was quite decent. Maybe you can use this. Only 2, yeah, it's basically like the double rainbow energies without the downsides, and only while this card is attached to a dragon Pokemon it works. So it can only be attached to dragon Pokemon. It could be useful, and it's all. I think this is the 3rd best card of the set. Actually, it can work really well. Winona is also really great, and Shaymin. So Shaymin, Winona, double dragon energy, the turbo item card, and then Rayquaza of course. Alright, here we also have the full art versions. They look amazing. Thunderous, Gallade, Mega Gallade full art, so it goes hand to hand with the Gardevoir in your collection, if you're a collector that is. Latios EX, Mega Latios EX, and then Hydreigon looks really sick in my opinion, and I really like Pokemon with abilities that can be useful and certain yeah, ideas in my brain to get new decks out there. Next is Rayquaza EX. This one will be the one to collect. It's amazing. Or this one will evolve to the Mega Rayquaza EX. This one is probably the most expensive card of the set. And then there's Shaymin. Shaymin, always great to have a full art of that. And then we also have Wally as the full art, and Winona. Yeah, the best cards I believe for the supporters. And then for the really collectors there are out there, there's Energy Switch as a secret rare and VS Seeker as a secret rare. They always make the best cards as a golden secret card in the set just because people hype about it and want to play like golden copies in their deck. So yeah, that's it about the Roaring Sky. And a fun fact of the day, there's also going to be a Tyrantrum EX collection box coming up soon probably, and deals 190 damage. You have to discard 3 energies attached to your Tyrantrum, and it negates all effects with this ability if you use the attack. So weakness and resistance, whatever. It deals now 190 damage, that's it. Okay, that's about it for Roaring Skies. I hope you enjoyed this review, and hopefully you guys are glad that I'm back? If so, let me know in the comment section, and yeah, you can always show your support and by clicking up the thumbs up, because I always appreciate the support you guys give me, and that makes me the motivation to make more videos for you guys. And that was it. So hopefully you guys are having a good time. Get yourself some Roaring Skies packs, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. So talk to you guys later. Peace.